Well, people change in three ways, and everyone should know that. The first change is instant. You know, I came to see Marisa, and when I left, I've never smoked a cigarette since. I don't know what you did, but I can't eat chocolate. I ordered a coffee, had chocolate, and I sent it back. But no, I don't eat sugar in any form. So that's very exciting, the instant rapid change, which many people get. And others change cumulatively bit by bit. They go, you know, I did have a drink, but I only had one, and then I didn't want another one. And I just noticed that change was creeping up. And the other change is retroactive, was I didn't even know I changed. And suddenly I woke up and thought, I haven't shouted at my kids for 2 months. Mm-hmm. I haven't had a migraine for 3 months, and they don't even know they've changed because they have lag time. And if everyone expects to change immediately and they're the retroactive or cumulative changes, I think it's not working. So understand that for everyone who changes instantly, others change retroactively and others change cumulatively. It's like I had 3 driving tests before I passed my test. Some people have 1, but once you get on the road, you're all equal. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really matter. It matters at the time.
Yeah.
So we all change differently. Don't compare yourself. And if you're starting to say these exciting words, I'm enough, I'm significant, I've got a gift, I can monetize it, allow that to sink in. It's about, you wouldn't go to the gym and go, I've done 600 sit-ups, I should have a flat stomach now, I can go home and never work out again. You go to the gym, you build a muscle, but then you maintain it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it's hard, because I'd say, look, we talk to ourselves every day. Everyone talks to themselves every day. The difference is you learn to talk to yourself better.
Yeah. I think I'm that one where I do it over and over and over and over, and then I'm thinking, okay, this isn't working. And then all of a sudden I look up and I'm like,
listen,
shit.
It's working.
I have been so positive, and I have been on fire, and I've been free, and I've been everything that I wanted to program my mind with. So really your brain is a computer. And
it's
you can program it to do whatever you want.
And like all computers, the thing with your brain is it's always switched on and it records everything. The way you feel about everything is down to 2 things: the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself. So if you watch people on a roller coaster, are they screaming because they're happy or terrified? Who knows? The mind doesn't even know, actually. But if you say, I'm excited and this is thrilling, or I'm terrified and I hate it, you actually will get the same response. You can even just change the words and not the pictures, because the words create the picture. So imagine you had to go on stage or go for an audition or go for an assessment with your boss. You go, oh my God, I'm so scared and it's going to be terrible. I know I'm going to break out in a sweat, and I know when he asks me a question, I'm going to open my mouth and go, oh. Mm-hmm. Or you can go, I'm excited. This is my opportunity to show him who I am and what I can do for this company. I've got 20 minutes on my own with the boss to present him some ideas I have. I'm excited. Your mind doesn't question that. So you can be excited or nervous. You can be terrified or ecstatic. They kind of feel the same. Mm-hmm. And the third thing about mind, and that is the most vexing thing, is your mind loves what is familiar and doesn't like what's unfamiliar. And if it could, it would keep you in the familiar and avoid the unfamiliar. And that's actually unfortunate, except you can make anything you want familiar. If people who've never had praise and it's unfamiliar, if you say to them, hey, Tony, I loved your talk. They'd go, it's terrible. Didn't you notice I missed something important? No. So not only do they have to reject the praise, they've got to add in the criticism, because that's what their life was. No praise. A lot of people do that. Tons of criticism. Yep. You say to them, I love your show. They go, I've had it for 5 years, got a hole in it. As a hand-me-down. Or you say, I hear you got a prize at work for the best salesman. Yeah, that's because the other guy was sick. So they reject praise and add in criticism because it's familiar. And I have to teach them, okay, I want you to praise yourself. You think I ask them to have a root canal, but I make them praise themselves, because there's nothing that will build your self-esteem like praise. Mm-hmm. And you can make anything familiar and anything unfamiliar. But you got to understand that your mind is wired to run back. So I work with people who go, I only date losers. I don't know why that is, but that's what I attract. If you push them to the goal, I did meet somebody really nice, but I couldn't see them again. Why not? They were too good for me. I went, their behavior was unfamiliar. But if you stay with them, it'll become familiar.
Words are so powerful. Sometimes we're just talking. We don't even realize what's coming out, because our subconscious is taken over. because that's 95% of what you say and do is it's your subconscious.
Yeah.
You're on autopilot. And so that's what this is part of. Reprogramming your hypnotherapy is about reprogramming that subconsciousness.
Yeah.
But the people who haven't done that yet realize what you're saying is affecting not just you, it's also your family and your friends and your environment.
And I find that my clients are the unhappiest use very unhappy language. It's a nightmare. My kid drives me insane. My boss is killing me. This commute, it makes me want to die. And it's not that. If it's take a while and think about it, do you use those words, killing me, every day? I want to die. I'm dying under the pressure. The stress is killing me. I see that with so many parents. My kid, oh my God, I want to kill myself. I want to jump off a bridge. And that isn't true. So you just change it. My kid is a challenge, but they grow up really fast. Mm-hmm. My boss is a nightmare for everyone, but I can deal with him. This customer is difficult, but they're the ones that teach me the most. So you can have exactly the same situation you ever had, but if you change how you talk about it, even to yourself, the situation will change. If you go, my kid is a nightmare.
Yeah.
They drive me insane.
I use that all the time.
And you start to say, my kids are a challenge.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I got to change it.
You got the same kid, the same situation, but you feel better because you start to say they're a challenge. But that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
You want to have, the only people who have kids that are not a challenge are people who don't have kids, who have introverted kids. And, you should, it is difficult to have challenging kids, but they're the best kids to have because they challenge bullies. They challenge people who say, let's go shoplifting or take drugs. They go, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So be thankful you got the challenging ones because they can stand up for themselves. If they can stand up to you, they'll stand up to a bully. If you go, don't you dare speak back, and you sit in the corner and be quiet, then don't be surprised when they come home and someone's persuaded them to do things you don't want them to do because you told them not to have an opinion.